Hello everyone, it's Baker here, back in with our Marvel Content Change video. Today we're going over a Thanos buff concept, and yeah, this is a very highly requested character to get a buff for, not just from my comments, but I just know that in the community, everyone wants Thanos to be buffed, and rightfully so. He is the Mad Titan, yeah, right now where he's sitting at the game, he is just absolutely horrible. But hopefully this would make him much better. And as always, these are purely fan-made, or not official, leaked, real, etc. And this is just for fun. And goals for the champion. I want to make him a utility attacker because him being a trophy champion, I want you to be able to use this champion more than just throwing him on defense. So I want him to be an attacker, and I want him to excel in quests with lots of fights, like incursions, and he would be a ramp-up champion to gain the Infinity Stones. So always active. The Mad Titan wears armor made from a celestial alloy. Under the effects of an armor up effect, he also gains a passive crit resistance buff, increasing crit resistance by +X. Also, while under the effects of Fury, Thanos also gains an X potency pierce passive. So that could add a little bit to his defensive capabilities, but again, it's more so just for defense, or it's more so, I want to be an attacker. Thanos does not settle for your typical buff. Thanos' buffs are the best in the cosmic class. Personal buffs are instead superior buffs and have 200% ability accuracy and cannot be modified. So, neutralize does not work on this guy. Also, basic attacks. Thanos deals an extra burst of energy damage based on the opponent's armor rating. So, with him being Cosmic Champion, I want him to be able to punish, heavy armored up tech champions. Also, with basic attacks, Thanos' basic attacks cannot glance if 3 missions are complete. So this would make him a really good future Ant-Man counter. Also with the heavy attack, while the opponent is in the corner, heavies generate X% less power than the opponent and grant Thanos a superior aptitude buff for X seconds. Increasing buff potency by X%. Aptitudes are refreshed when gaining an additional aptitude. So as you can see, there's a lot of potential right here to stack up like tens and tens of aptitudes if you can keep them in the corner and keep refreshing. So yeah, there as you can see, there's already a way to really ramp him up aside from completing your quests each fight. Also, when struck, Thanos has an X% chance against superior armor up buff for X seconds. Now here are the quests, the missions. The quest for the Infinity Stones. When Thanos completes all his missions, he gains 1 persistent charge. For the Reality Stone, Thanos must inflict a damage over time effect to complete this mission. Soul, knock out an opponent to complete this mission. Get a well-timed block on the last hit. Special attack, gain 3 bars of power throughout the fight. Get a back-to-back light intercept. Knock down the opponent in the corner with a special attack. So that's how you complete all your missions. Pretty easy to do. As long as you're able to get 3 bars, as long as the fight is long enough where you can get 3 bars of power, you will have no problem getting the missions done. Now for the pre-fight ability, the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos starts each quest with 1 persistent charge. He can spend these charges in the pre-fight menu. Once his stone is activated, it becomes permanent. Also, Thanos enters the fight with 6 Dormant Stone passives, 1 for each of the Infinity Stones. They do nothing. Dormant Stone passives activate based on the selected stones in the pre-fight menu. So when you activate a stone, then it just becomes a stone passive instead of a Dormant Stone passive. And the Reality Stone. If the Reality Stone is active, damage over time effects gains +X potency and plus X% increased duration. With the Soul Stone, gains superior regeneration buff at the end of a special attack and regenerate X% of damage dealt over X seconds. If the Mind Stone, if Thanos is knocked down, root the opponent for X seconds. That could be really good for defense. Like you knock him down, you get rooted, so you can't really go in after a heavy attack, can't really follow up after a special attack. Like that is actually probably his most powerful, most defensive ability. So I thought that was really cool. The Time Stone, Thanos passively steals X% of power generated in the opponent unless the opponent would be at 3 bars of power, kind of like how White Tiger goes. Space, Thanos can parry non-contact attacks and stun debuffs become passive. That's really good utility, especially if you're going up against someone like Onslaught or Anthony Maw. The Power Stone, the last Infinity Stone here, increases the potency of Fury effects by +X%. While under the effects of Furies, all hits inflict an energy and vulnerability passive for X seconds. On defense, Thanos activates 2 random stones. On Battleground defense, Thanos activates 4 random stones. If he is the boss of a quest, he is fully powered Thanos. All 6 are active. So, yeah, he can really be a really good defensive monster if he gets the right stones. Like I said, if he gets the Mind Stone, that you're going to be in for a bad time. Now for the special 1. Thanos gains a superior Undermine buff for X seconds, so he can deal with auto block. All hits deal a burst of energy damage. If the opponent has an armor up effect, increase the potency of the energy damage by X% per armor up effect. First hit inflicts a passive heal block, and just kind of like how he does right now. The final hit inflicts an incinerate debuff, dealing X damage over X seconds. So this is how you can get the Reality Stone mission done. You just gotta use a special 1. Special 2, if all stones are active, Thanos gains a superior True Strike buff for X seconds. Upon activation, Thanos gains a superior Fury buff, increasing attack by plus X for X seconds, inflicting an armor break debuff on each hit for X seconds. So this is how you can really ramp up damage with the special 2. You can also go, if you need, if it's a real debuff heavy matchup, you can use special 3, gains you 10 cleanse passes for X seconds, and gain a superior cruelty for each stone active for X seconds. If all stones are active, the opponent is stunned for X seconds. So it allows you to really just, get some really big yellow numbers. And like I said, if it's a lot of debuffs you gotta work with, 10 cleanse passes should be enough until, I guess you need to go for another special 3 to get 10 more and just keep on with that cycle. As for the Awaken ability, I changed it. Once per fight, if Thanos would be knocked out from an opponent's special 3, he is instead left at 1 HP and gains a superior immortality buff for X to X seconds, depending on the SIG level. While immortality is active, Thanos cannot be knocked out, and he gains a passive True Strike. So that is really helpful. It's not as broken as like Hercules' immortality, but if he is going to be an incursion champion, he definitely would be, it would be best to give him some sort of immortality ability. Plus also, it does fit Thanos, his abilities like in the comics. With him being like an Eternal and everything, he is pretty much immortal. And it's a really nice safety net. Special 3, you can really just push into special 3. You don't have to really worry about that. Like if it's like all or nothing, I haven't really seen all or nothing in the game for a while. But it's, again, super helpful. He's really good for, incursions and quests with a lot of fights. But yeah, that is my Thanos buff concept. Let me know if there's any other champions you would want to see me buff in the future, or if there's any other like champions you want me to just come up with concepts for that aren't in the game yet. I will prioritize those over, just ones that I'm doing by myself. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.